Okay, so let's go over a couple of problems like 6 through 8. They're all very similar, so I'll do 6 and 7, and then hopefully if you have questions on 8, this will clear up any questions you may have had. I'm going to do one thing really quickly here. I'm just going to rewrite this. I want to show you something that is really important when you're subtracting two terms. I'm going to rewrite this so that the 4 is in front. So it's 4 minus x minus 9. Now, the reason I did that is because I want you to understand that we are subtracting everything that's in this set of parentheses, and that same situation is happening here. So let me rewrite this expression without our parentheses. So this first expression, negative 5x plus 7, it's just the positive of that. So negative 5x plus 7. But this second expression, it's saying subtract. It's saying do the opposite of what you see in here. It's also like thinking you have a 1 in front of this parenthesis and you're multiplying everything by negative 1. There's a couple of ways you can think about that. So this really becomes plus 2x plus 5. And then same thing here. So it's like saying we have a negative 1 here, and you're multiplying everything by negative 1. So it's really saying 4 minus x plus 9. And then at this point, you've just got to clean it up a little bit. I'll finish this one up here pretty quickly. Add your like terms together on both sides, and then isolate x. So add 3x to both sides and subtract 13. And you're going to get x is equal to negative 1/2. I think probably the issue is not in the last couple steps, but in those first couple steps. So that's why I rushed through the end there. So what does it look like when we have, a little bit more of a complicated problem? You start seeing some squared terms in there. You may have panicked a little bit, but it's the same kind of process. Look, think of that as like a negative 1. And you're going to distribute a negative 1. So we have 4y squared minus y, and we do that without having to worry about whether this is going to be, negative y or negative 4y, a positive y, because there's nothing in front of this set of parentheses. So then we can think about, well, this second set of parentheses is saying subtract everything in here or distribute that as a negative 1. So we have negative 5y and then plus 2y squared equals, and then the same thing is happening over here, guys. It's like saying we've got a negative 1 here. So we have to think about the idea that we're actually distributing everything inside there by negative 1. We're also doing the opposite of what's inside the parentheses there. So it'll be negative 12y, just negative 12 plus 3y, and then plus 6y squared. And then take a second, clean it up a little bit. So on the left side, I'll have 6y squared minus 6y. On the right side, I'm going to have 6y squared plus 3y minus 12. You'll notice I like to write things with the exponents in descending order. And then if I subtract 6y squared from both sides, this just becomes a linear equation. So we have negative 6y equals 3y minus 12. And I'm going to let you take it from there.